the last trimester of pregnancy and the first 1,000 days of life. During this period of time, 80% of a human being's intellectual capacity is created. 80%, not content, but capacity. And it's created largely through nutrition on the one hand, but then responsive parenting or social care on the other hand. Science today is able to actually go in and take a look at what happens to our brains as they're growing, and we see that social experience becomes instantaneously part of our biology. It comes through our DNA, becomes part of our epigenetic signature that turns good things or bad things on and off. So every time a mother picks up her child when she cries, or changes her diapers when she's wet, or the equivalent of diapers in different cultures, it's creating strong brains. That social experience becomes part of the child's biology and part of her cognitive development. So if you start with that human beings create intellectual capacity through their interactions, and you carry that forward in many ways, it's difficult to imagine a child's learning separate from that social interactions that creates brain health in some ways. And yet, we have donors that will just fund education, but they won't look at what's happening inside the home. Or we find some people that just look at what's happening inside the home, but not necessarily linking it to education. So I think my main message this morning is we need to look in terms of child development and learning or education systems. The home is the first school for a child. And then there's the school itself, and we have to make sure those two things are aligned, that parents and teachers and schools are on board in terms of how we actually create and continue then to populate the intellectual capacity that begins early in life.